Ever wondered how the light bulb in your room gets its power? Or how your phone charges overnight? The answer lies in a bitter rivalry that electrified the world. A high-stakes battle of genius, ego, and innovation known as the War of Currents. This isn't just a story about electricity. It's a story of how our modern world was forged in the fire of competition between two titans, Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison. Let's set the stage. The late 19th century. The world is lit by gas lamps and candles. Cities are dark and industry is limited by the reach of steam power. Then comes Thomas Edison, the Wizard of Menlo Park. He's already a celebrity inventor, and he has a grand vision: to power entire cities with his system of direct current, or DC. Edison's DC was straightforward. It flowed in one direction, like water from a tap. He built the first commercial power station in Manhattan, and suddenly, the wealthiest corners of New York City were bathed in the steady, reliable glow of his incandescent light bulbs. For the public, it was magic. For investors, it was a gold mine. Edison was on top of the world, and DC was set to be the standard. There was just one major problem. DC couldn't travel very far. The voltage would drop significantly over distance, meaning you'd need a power station on almost every city block. It was expensive and wildly inefficient for widespread use. Enter Nikola Tesla, a brilliant, visionary Serbian engineer who, for a time, actually worked for Edison. Tesla was obsessed with a different kind of electricity, alternating current, or AC. Unlike DC's one-way street, AC could switch directions back and forth dozens of times a second. Tesla realized that with AC, you could use a simple device called a transformer to step up the voltage to incredibly high levels. This high-voltage power could then be sent over thin wires for hundreds of miles with minimal energy loss. At its destination, another transformer would step it down to a safe, usable voltage for homes and businesses. It was an elegant, efficient, and scalable solution. When Tesla presented his revolutionary ideas for AC motors and systems to Edison, he was famously dismissed. Edison was heavily invested in his DC empire and saw AC not as an improvement, but as a direct threat. This disagreement marked the beginning of the end of their collaboration and the start of the War of Currents. Leaving Edison's company, Tesla was determined to prove the superiority of his AC system. He soon found a powerful ally in George Westinghouse, an industrialist and inventor himself, who immediately grasped the potential of AC. Westinghouse bought Tesla's patents and put his company's resources behind developing and promoting AC power. The battle lines were drawn. On one side, Edison and his powerful backers, including the banker J.P. Morgan, championed DC. On the other, Tesla and Westinghouse, the ambitious challengers with their revolutionary AC technology. This wasn't a friendly competition. It got ugly, fast. Edison, feeling the pressure, launched a ruthless smear campaign against AC. He knew that the high voltages used in AC transmission could be dangerous if handled improperly. So, he set out to convince the public that AC was a deadly menace, a killer current. His campaign was shocking, literally. Edison and his associates staged public demonstrations where they would electrocute stray animals, dogs, cats, even horses, using AC power to horrify onlookers and reporters. They wanted the words alternating current to be synonymous with death. The most infamous part of this campaign was Edison's involvement in the development of the electric chair. When New York State was looking for a more humane method of execution than hanging, Edison's associates secretly advised them to use AC power from a Westinghouse generator. Their motive was clear. If the state used AC to execute criminals, the public would forever associate Westinghouse's technology with capital punishment. Westinghouse refused to sell them a generator for this purpose, so they acquired one through back channels. The first execution by electric chair was a gruesome, botched affair, but the damage was done. The headlines screamed about the dangers of AC. Despite Edison's fear-mongering, The practical advantages of AC were undeniable. The tide began to turn at the 1893 Chicago World's Fair, also known as the Columbian Exposition. It was a bid to illuminate the entire fairgrounds, a massive undertaking. General Electric, the company formed from a merger of Edison's companies, submitted a bid to light the fair with DC for a hefty price. Westinghouse, however, dramatically undercut them with a proposal to power the whole event using Tesla's AC system. Westinghouse and Tesla won the contract. That year, hundreds of thousands of visitors marveled at the City of Light, a breathtaking spectacle powered entirely by alternating current. The fair was an unprecedented triumph for AC. It demonstrated on a grand scale that AC was not only effective but also safe and reliable. The public saw the future, and it was alternating. The final, decisive victory for AC came with the ambitious project to harness the immense power of Niagara Falls. For years, people had dreamed of turning the might of the falls into electricity. The question was, how? Could DC transmit that power to cities like Buffalo, 20 miles away? No, the power loss would be too great. The Niagara Falls Commission, after reviewing proposals from around the world, awarded the contract to Westinghouse. Tesla's designs for AC generators, transformers, and motors were the key. In 1896, with the flip of a switch, hydroelectric power generated at Niagara Falls surged through transmission lines to Buffalo. Factories whirred to life, and city lights blazed, all powered by clean, renewable energy from miles away. This monumental achievement silenced the critics and proved, once and for all, that AC was the superior system for large-scale power distribution. The war of currents was over. Tesla and Westinghouse had won. Edison, a pragmatist above all, eventually had to concede. Even his own company, General Electric, began investing heavily in AC technology to stay competitive. Today, the electrical grid that powers our entire civilization is a testament to Tesla's vision. The power that comes from your wall socket is AC. It's stepped up and down by transformers, traveling vast distances from power plants to your home, exactly as Tesla imagined. So, while Edison is often remembered as the father of the electric age for his light bulb, it was Tesla's alternating current system that truly built the infrastructure of our modern world. The war of currents was more than a corporate rivalry. It was a defining conflict that shaped our technological destiny. It reminds us that progress often comes from daring to challenge the established way of doing things. Next time you switch on a light, take a moment to think about this epic battle of ideas. It's a story of genius, rivalry, and the relentless drive to innovate that continues to power our world today. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this journey back in time, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.